Hi, AT from CNC at Home. I live up in Minnesota where it can get cold some days in the winter. It's currently 1 degree out. It's probably the high for the day. It's just after lunchtime. The low for tonight is predicted to be about 16 below, so not too unusual for us. One of the things that I've done is I've purchased a pair of nice mittens. These are from a company called Giver. I'll put a link to them down in the description below. So far these mittens have worked really well. They keep my hands warm on these nice cold days. One of the things that Giver will do when you order mittens from them, or gloves, is they will put a moniker on there for you. They burn that onto part of the leather. I did not choose that option because I have a CNC laser. So that's going to be my next project, is to see what I can put on these mittens. A little something, maybe my initials, my name, a picture, who knows. Anyway, I'm headed back to the house after emptying the compost and see if we can get going on this project. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. Now that we're back inside, it's a little warmer in here. What I'm going to do is go online and do a little searching for some images. I'll do some line drawing, filtering on that, and see if I can find something that I like. I'll search on things like woods, outdoors, winter, maybe a sleigh, something like that. See what I can find. And then I'll take those images into Lightburn and see what I can do with them. So let's head over into Lightburn and see what we've got. You know, I was communicating with the fine folks at Giver, and they have given me a discount code that we can use. So if you're interested in getting some gloves or mittens or any of the other things that they sell at Giver, go to the website, make your order, and at the end, there's a gift card or discount box. Type CNC15 and you will get a 15% discount on your purchase. Isn't that fantastic? So thanks to the people at Giver for doing that. I love my mittens, and all of you guys can get a discount as well. I'll put all that information down in the description below. I'll get the link to their site and I'll put the code there as well. CNC15. 15% discount. To get my images ready to burn in Lightburn, I will first bring each image into Lightburn and then convert it from an image to a vector drawing. So let's start with the first image. Here we have a wood scene that was cleverly done so that it looks like a wolf's head. By right-clicking on the image, I can come down and select Trace Image. We can make an adjustment with the threshold, and if we move that up, we'll see that it starts grabbing more and more of those little pieces. Eventually we get everything, which is a little too much. And if we go down below the initial spot, it grabs less and less. So at 128 is kind of the middle. It looks fairly good. I'm going to increase this just a little bit. Grab a few more of the details, but not too much. That looks good. We'll click OK. And we'll click on the image and pull it off to the side. Click Delete. If we zoom in on this, we can see it's a bit dark and heavy. So that maybe was a little overboard. Although it should look nice on the burn. So we'll leave it at that. So that's how we convert this one. Let me grab one of the other images in, and we'll see how we do that one. Here's another one of the images. And again, we'll right click, do trace on this. Let me full screen that so we can see what it's doing. And there are these little specks around here that it's ignoring, which is good. And it seems to be getting everything. Okay. Pull that out of the way. And this is our image. If we switch it to lines, we can see it's a vector drawing. So This will work out nicely. Grab another one. This was a fairly large image. It also has some watermarks on it. We can see some swirlies here and some text here. The nice thing about converting this to a vector drawing is we can control how much of that we get or don't get. If I increase this far enough, if those are dark enough, yeah, see that starts to come through. Don't want that. We'll just decrease this back to our default. And it looks like it's doing a good job. So let's click OK on that. There's a little artifact down here that I don't want. We'll need to clean that up once we get this converted. So again, we'll just get rid of our image. We're left with the vector part of it. And a whole bunch of this we should be able to get rid of. Now when I select that, it grabbed the whole image because it grouped everything together. So I'll just ungroup it. Try that again. Grab a bunch of that, delete it. A bunch of this over here, delete it. Zoom in. Go. Let's get rid of that. That. Okay, that looks good. That should burn nicely as well. So that's fairly easy. There's one more image. Let's see how that one works. This one's a fairly simple image. We should be able to convert that easily. So I right click and do edge trace. This looks good with the default setting. It looks just like the original, but I can convert that just to lines, so I do know that it's filling this in. All right, the next step will be just to position these, get the gloves into the laser, and try to burn these. The burn certainly did turn out well, even with the unevenness of the leather. I hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and if you like our content, please subscribe. Enjoy doing your CNC at home projects. Give this video a thumbs up, and remember your discount at the Giver site, CNC15, for a 15% discount.
Oops.
Excuse me. Oh, it's tiring walking through the snow, holding a phone, trying to videotape yourself. Whew. All right, buddy, you want to be in the video? All right, we're going to get back in the house.